నమస్తే మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, నేను మీ సూర్యతేజ ఫ్రమ్ సాయిమేధ ఈసెట్ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్. డైరెక్టర్ జేసీ సార్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో శశికాంత్ వాల్మీకి సార్ పర్యవేక్షణలు నిర్వహిస్తున్న సాయిమేధ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ ఈసెట్ 2023 రాసిన విద్యార్థులందరికీ మీరు అబ్జెక్షన్స్ పెట్టుకోనికి వీలుగా ఉండాలి అనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఈసెట్ పేపర్స్ అన్నిటిని బిట్ టు బిట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి ఈ వీడియో లెక్చర్ సిరీస్ మీ ముందుకు తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. కాబట్టి మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, ఎవరైతే ఈసెట్ 2023 రాస్తారో, ఎవరైతే క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆన్సర్స్ తెలుసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారో, పూర్తి డీటెయిల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఈ వీడియో లెక్చర్స్ని ఖచ్చితంగా వాచ్ చేయండి. అలాగే మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరికీ కూడా ఈ వీడియో లెక్చర్ సిరీస్ని షేర్ చేయండి. దీంతో పాటుగా మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, ఎవరైతే ఈసెట్ 2023 రాస్తారో వీళ్ళందరికీ సాయిమేధ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ ఒక ద్రోణాచార్య బ్యాచ్ ని ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేస్తుంది. గత 25 సంవత్సరాలుగా ఎంతో మంది ఇంజనీర్లు తయారు చేసిన సంస్థ సాయిమేధ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ డిప్లొమా విద్యార్థులకి అండగా బాసటగా నిలవన ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ బ్యాచ్ ని మీ ముందుకు తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. ఈ బ్యాచ్ లో భాగంగా మీ అందరికీ మొదటిగా మీరు బీటెక్ లోకి వెళ్ళిన వెంటనే ఇబ్బంది పడుతారు అనే ఉద్దేశంతో, ఆ ఇబ్బందిని పోగొడితేనే ఫ్రీ మైండ్ తో ఉంటేనే పని బాగా చేస్తారనే ఉద్దేశంతో బీటెక్ 2-1 అకాడమిక్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ని ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. బీటెక్ 2-1 అకాడమిక్ సబ్జెక్ట్సే కాకుండా సిఆర్టీ క్యాంపస్ రిక్రూట్మెంట్ ట్రైనింగ్, దీనిలో భాగంగా ఆప్టిట్యూడ్, రీజనింగ్, ఇంగ్లీష్, అదేవిధంగా సిఆర్టీకి కావాల్సిన బేసిక్ కోడింగ్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ సి కావచ్చు, C++ కావచ్చు, జావా కావచ్చు, పైథాన్ కావచ్చు, వీటన్నిటిని మనము లైవ్ క్లాసెస్ ద్వారా అందిస్తాం. దీంతో పాటుగా థర్డ్ వన్ డిప్లొమా బేస్డ్ జాబ్స్ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్, మీరందరూ సంవత్సరం నుంచి కావచ్చు, సెకండ్ ఇయర్ కంప్లీట్ అయిన దగ్గర కావచ్చు, ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ కంప్లీట్ అయిన దగ్గర కావచ్చు, ఈ సెట్ కొరకు ఇంజనీరింగ్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ బాగా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారు. ఇదే ఇంజనీరింగ్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ అనేది మీకు రేపు డిప్లొమా బేస్డ్ జాబ్స్ కూడా ఉండడం జరుగుతుంది. కాకపోతే మీరు రేపు జాబ్ పడినప్పుడు రెడీగా ఉండాలంటే కన్సిస్టెంట్గా ప్రిపరేషన్ అది అవసరం అవడం జరుగుతుంది. కన్సిస్టెంట్గా మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మీ అందరూ బాగా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారు, మీకు సపోర్ట్ ఉండాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఒక టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ కూడా మనం ద్రోణాచార్య బ్యాచ్లో ఇంక్లూడ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఈ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్లో భాగంగా ప్రతి వీక్ టాపిక్ వైజ్ గ్రాండ్ టెస్ట్లు కండక్ట్ చేస్తాం. టాపిక్ వైజ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మనం మిక్స్డ్ టాపిక్స్ ఆర్ మిక్స్డ్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ గ్రాండ్ టెస్ట్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తాం. ఫైనల్ గా ఓవరాల్ గ్రాండ్ టెస్ట్లు కండక్ట్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. 1 ఇయర్ పాటుగా మీకు డిప్లొమా బేస్డ్ జాబ్స్ యొక్క టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ కోర్స్ అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. దీంతో పాటుగా 2 ఇయర్స్ వ్యాలిడిటీతో ఆల్ ఓవర్ ఇండియాలో ఎవరు తయారు చేయలేని విధంగా మన సాయిమేధ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ ఒక గేట్ కోర్స్ని రెడీ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఆ గేట్ కోర్స్ విత్ వ్యాలిడిటీ ఆఫ్ 2 ఇయర్స్ అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ 4 మాడ్యూల్స్ మనము ద్రోణాచార్య బ్యాచ్లో అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. దీని విలువ సుమారుగా ₹1,00,000. కానీ ఈ కోర్స్ మొత్తాన్ని ఫ్రీ ఆఫ్ కాస్ట్గా అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. జస్ట్ ఈ 2 సంవత్సరాల మెయింటెనెన్స్కి, అదేవిధంగా టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ కోసమని రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఫీజ్ ₹3,000 అనేది తీసుకోవడం జరుగుతుంది. ఎవరైతే డిప్లొమా కంప్లీట్ చేసుకుని బీటెక్ వెళ్తున్నారో వీళ్ళందరికీ ఒక మంచి అవకాశం ఇది. కాబట్టి ఈ అవకాశాన్ని మీరందరూ ఉపయోగించుకుంటారని ఆశిస్తున్నా. మీరు ఈ అవకాశాన్ని వినియోగించుకోవాలంటే ముందుగా మీరు మన అప్లికేషన్ స్పేస్ గేట్ అనే అప్లికేషన్ని డౌన్లోడ్ చేయండి. డౌన్లోడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత అందులో ప్రొఫైల్ సెక్షన్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ ప్రొఫైల్ సెక్షన్ మొత్తాన్ని ఫిల్ చేయండి. ఫిల్ చేసిన తర్వాత మీ అడ్మిషన్ ప్రాసెస్ కోసమని 9848692598 ఈ నెంబర్కి కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వండి. అడ్మిషన్ ప్రాసెస్ ఎట్లా, అదేవిధంగా ఇంకేమైనా కోర్స్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఏమైనా కావాలంటే కూడా పూర్తి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, మీరందరూ ఈ అవకాశాన్ని వినియోగించుకుంటారని ఆశిస్తూ నేను మీ సూర్యతేజ ఫ్రమ్ సాయిమేధ ఈసెట్ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్.
Hello everyone, we'll see the software engineering questions asked in AP Ecet 2023. So if you see the first question, dash phase chooses the data structure suitable for the application. So in which of the development phases we choose which data structure is suitable for our application project. Okay, data structures means it could be stack or linked list or queue or trees or graph. So we have to choose one of the best suitable data structure for our application project. In which phase? We have different phases, right? Requirement phase, the requirement gathering phase, like different phases will be there. In which phase we choose the data structure? The best phase will be not like here you can see procedural design phase. It's not that architectural design phase. In architectural design phase, we only concern about architecture diagram of the project. In the model design phase, we mainly concern about project structure here. Okay, so the best design is data design. When you are concerned about data design, means how the data need to be stored. Okay, which data structure is best suitable for application. It could be stack, could be queue, or could be linked list, or could be anything. So we mainly focus data structure suitability inside data design phase. So this is a right answer. Okay, so dash phase chooses the data structure suitable for application. This is the phase. In this phase, we decide the which data structure is suitable for our application. Next question. Design phase. Okay, design phase usually follows which approach? Okay, always we will have two types of approaches: top down approach, or we can call it as a top bottom approach, or bottom top approach. So you can see here. So we have four options: top down, random, end to end, and bottom up. Okay, design phase always will follow from top to down, right? So the right answer is top to down approach. Okay, it's like first you design the web layer. Okay, first you design the client layer, next you design the controller layer, next you design the service layer, next you design the database layer. So that's it's a top and the down. Next question. What is a major drawback of spiral model? Okay, so we have different life cycle models are there. One is a water cycle model, and the spiral model, SDLC model, software development life cycle model. Different models are there. Every model have their own pros and cons. So coming to the spiral model. Okay, so in the spiral model, it's have its own advantages and disadvantages. So they are asking the major drawback. So what's a major drawback? So the major drawback of spiral model, if you see the options, high amount of risk analysis. Okay, and the strong approval and documentation control, doesn't work for smaller project. Additional functionalities are added later on. Okay, so if you see the major drawback is, so it doesn't work for the smaller project, not suitable for smaller projects, not suitable for smaller project. And other drawback will be, it will run indefinitely, and the cost will be high cost. So these are three major drawbacks of spiral model. So among the options, the third option you can see doesn't work well for the smaller projects. Next question. In software engineering, are we building the right design? Statement refers to. Okay, when you have started the development with a couple of team members, front end team, back end team, and the database team. So at some point of time, you ask yourself, like, are we building the right design? Are we building the right product according to the design? So that kind of validation is called in which phase? Okay, so it is not validation phase, it's not confirmation phase, it's not justification phase, it's a verification phase. So when you have developed something, okay, you are asking yourself, are we developing the right product according to the design given by the business team or the client? That is called verification phase. Yeah. Next question. Software design objective. What's the main objective? Means objective means motto of the software design. Okay, so we will see options: maximize module cohesion. Okay, there is a two terms here: module cohesion and module coupling. Okay, so they are asking, so maximize module cohesion, minimize module coupling. Okay, so if you don't know what's a cohesion, what's a coupling, it's two of the important topics for the object oriented. Yeah, and minimize module cohesion, maximize module coupling. So just opposite. Here both maximize module cohesion, maximize module coupling. Here both minimize module cohesion, minimize module coupling. So any time, okay, we always have to choose minimum coupling. Okay, so which option is having minimum? So this one is having the minimum, right? So this one is having the minimum coupling. What is mean by coupling? Dependency on other systems. Dependencies on other systems. So we shouldn't depend, right, on other system. The dependency should be very less. Okay, if the other system is not working, your system also will fail, right? So coupling means it's a two types of coupling will be there: loosely coupled, tightly coupled. Okay, always we have to prefer loosely coupled. That is nothing but minimum. Okay, minimum module coupling. So and also we have to focus on maximum module cohesion also. Okay, the right answer is first option. Next question. In capability mature model, which of the following is not a mature level? Okay, so this model we can call it as a CMM. Okay, capability mature model. So this model normally conveys the maturity of your developed software process. It will tell you about the maturity of your, how much it is mature when before going to the end user. It always conveys the maturity of your develop a software process. So here in this model we have a 5 units. Okay, so mainly we'll have a 5 levels, or we can call it as a units. So first one is an initial, and next one is a repeatable, okay, and next one will be managed, okay, and optimized, and what else we have? Yeah, defined. So there is another called define. Okay, so these are 5 levels are there. Which one is not a part of this one? So initial is there, okay, and repeatable is there, optimize is there. Okay, the two were not there here is, one is managed is not there and define is not there. So measurable is not a part of maturity level, So again I am repeating 5 maturity levels we have: initial, repeatable, so this is repeatable, and this is managed, optimized and defined. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. So if you see here they have given 3 right options, but they are asking which one is not a maturity level. So the right option is, so this is the right option, measurable. Next question. Alpha beta testing refers to what? Okay, so whenever you deliver the software, before delivering the software to the end user or a client, we have to test our application thoroughly. We using different testing methodologies like alpha testing, beta testing, black box testing, white box testing, and integration testing, regression testing, different functional testing. We have to test using all the methodologies. So okay, normally whenever we call alpha and beta are called acceptable testing. Okay, acceptance testing. So you can see direct option. So it's not white box, it's not system, it's not black box. So we call it as an acceptance testing. It means, so whenever your system passes, whenever your software system passes alpha and beta, then we can say it's an acceptance testing. Next question. Module A, module B operate on the same input and output, then the cohesion will be communication cohesion. Direct answer. So even if I think this question got from our Saimedha testing bits only, so it's a communication cohesion. Next question. Regression testing is mainly associated with, what does it mean by regression testing? Regression means, suppose if you have 5 functionalities are there in your website, okay, one web project, you have to test each and everything, okay, you have to test each and every function. So that is called regression testing. Mainly we call it as a functional testing. So regression testing is nothing but functional testing. You have to test each and every feature of your application project. Next question. Basic path testing refers to, so the basic path testing is a very basic definition. We can also call it as a white box testing. Okay, it's not system setting, it's not black box, it's not unit testing, it's a white box testing. Okay, so if you analyzed all the questions, so we got around 10 questions from software engineering, and all questions are theory based. And most of the questions are directly asked definitions. That's all. Thank you. Hello students. So we already know we got a response sheet for AP Ecet 2023. In this video we will discuss C and data structures questions. Before discussing the first question, so how to validate your answers? Okay, so I am discussing the master question. So master question, we have taken the master question questions. Here in the master questions, all the questions will be in the order wise, okay, according to the subject, and all the questions will be in the order. But in your response sheets, questions will be in a different order, and also even options also will be jumbled order. Okay, how to check by watching the video, how to check your answer? So you can always note down the question ID. So this is a question ID. For example, if you see the question ID for this question is, so this is a question ID 48109918533. You can note down this question ID. You can search for this question ID inside your response sheet. Inside your response sheet you can search. So you will get the same question. Okay, if you search this question ID inside your response sheet, the response sheet can be any set A, set B, set C or set D. You will get the same question, but options will be in a different order. Okay, then how to validate which answer you have chosen? So on the right side box, you will get a simple rectangle box. So it will display which option you have chosen and which one is the right option. Okay, sometimes both options will be different. Okay, it means you have chosen the wrong answer. Okay, sometimes your options also will be different. That means, so the options are not right. In that cases, you can raise an objection. So by watching the explanation of this question for every question, so if the answer is not related to that, okay, so right answer, you can also raise an objection. Let's discuss the first question. So again I am saying, so you can validate your answers by noting the question ID and search for this question ID inside your response sheet. You will get the same question and check the explanation of the every question. Okay, if you want to raise an objection, you have to paste the explanation also, okay, to the AP Ecet 2023 board for the Kakinada. You have to raise objection with the explanation. So how to note the explanation? Just note down the explanation what I am teaching here in a simple white paper and upload question ID and also question name and options and explain why that is a wrong answer and which one is the correct answer. Then you may they may consider the right answer. They may carry forward 1 mark to all the people. Otherwise they won't consider that question. Either of the two cases. So either they will consider that question for all the people or they don't consider that question for all the people. Yeah, let's discuss the first question of data structures. If you see the first question, equalating an expression consists of operands. Operands means it could be values here or variables. Okay, so operators, it could be any type of operators, like it could be arithmetic operators or it could be relational operators or bitwise operators or logical operators, any kind of operators is an application of which data structure. Okay, so if you see, like we have a lot of data structures in C, C++, okay, and also in Java, which are common use data structures for solving this application. Okay, if you have different data structures, if you see here, we have a stack is there and we have a queue is there, okay, we have a tree is there and graph, and also we have a linked list and we have the different data structures are there. Okay, so if you see here, equalating the expression consists of operands and operators is an application of dash data structure. Okay, so whenever you want to equalate an expression, what kind of expression? Suppose I want to equalate this expression called 2 plus 3 into 10. I want to equalate this expression. Anyone can say the answer. So what's the first? We have to equalate this one because it is having the highest precedence, that is called 30. So next, so it is having the lowest precedence, then we have to do this one. Answer will be 32. Okay, but how to do with help of any data structure? Which data structure is the best suitable one? Okay, stack is the best suitable one. So the right answer is a stack. So why stack? Stack will follow the last in first out order. We cannot use tree, we cannot use graph, we cannot use queue. Queue is a first in first out order. Okay, FIFO. So stack, we use a stack. Stack stands for last in first out order. It's most common used data type for recursions. Okay, recursions, method calls, and also for solving this kind of expressions. So solving any kind of expression, solving post prefix expression or prefix expression, so you can use a stack data structure. Okay, so the right answer is a stack. Next question. Example of non-linear data structures. Okay, so whenever you see the non-linear data structures, we have two type of data structures. Okay, so one is linear data structures and non-linear data structures. What do you mean by linear? The data storage will be in the linear order, contiguous location. The data storage will be happen in the linear order. What are the different linear data structures we have? So if you see here, so even stacks comes under linear data structure, array comes under linear data structure, and queue comes under linear data structures. Non-linear, if you see here, non-linear is a trees. Okay, even linked list also comes under linear data structures. So which one is a non-linear? Trees is a right answer. So trees, I hope everyone know, like we have a different kind of trees like binary tree. So they store the data in the form of different order. You can see, so they store the data in the form of this different order like this. So this is a non-linear. So this node will be stored in some memory location. Okay, this will be stored in some memory location. This one will be stored in some other memory location. So that's the reason it's a non-linear data structure. Okay, non-linear means the data storage will be not in a continuous memory locations. Next question. Best case time complexity for the quick sort. So we have a lot of sorting algorithms are there, like bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, quick sort, merge sort, heap sort, even bucket sort. Different sorts are there. So what is the best case time complexity? Okay, they have asked, like mainly we will have a three type of cases: best case, average case, and worst case. Best case is always notated with the which symbol? Omega symbol. Okay, omega symbol. And average case is always notated with the theta symbol. And which one? Worst case is always notated with the big O notation. Okay, so here, so which one is the right answer then? So they are asking the best case, even though they have given all big O, but as per it's acceptable. So here they are asking the best case time complexity for the quick sort. So first we'll see what's the worst case time complexity. The worst case time complexity for the quick sort is big O of n square. Okay, so it's a big O of n square, means it will require two loops. It will require two loops. Suppose if array size is 10, okay, it requires how many iterations? N square. So what is the answer? So So it will be 100 iterations are required. 100 iterations are required. So next, what is the average case? What's an average case? It is theta of n log n. Theta of n log n. So what's the best case? It's also same. Omega of n log n. Omega of n log n. See here the number of iterations will be decreased. So the best case time complexity for the quicksort is, so this is the answer. So n log n. Okay, not log n, it's a n log n, not big of n square. This is for worst case. This is for worst case. They have asked for best case time complexity. So the answer will be n log n. It's a logarithmic time complexity. So already have noted best case is this one, average case is this one, and this one is this one. So this one we call it as an omega. Okay, this one we call it as a theta, and this one is called as big O. Okay, always worst case we noted it with this mathematical notation. Average case always we noted it with this one. Best case always we noted it with this one. Actually the option should be like this. Okay, option should be like this. Option should be, this is the right option. Okay, but okay, acceptable. So already they have in all the options they have given big O, so we can also read it as a, it's a big O. Okay, next one. In dash Q, the elements can be inserted and removed from the both ends of the Q. Okay, so first of all, Q is a first in first out order. Okay, suppose if we take this is a Q, if elements are inserted in the both from rear end, okay, and also from front end, so then we can call that is as an DQ or double ended Q. So very simple, direct questions. Double ended Q is the right answer. DQ, or we can call it as a double ended Q. Insertion and deletion is possible from both sides of the Q. Next question. Implementation of the depth first search is done using the, okay, we can call this algorithm as, so it's a very important algorithms for in the real time, DFS. Okay, we have two types of algorithm, BFS breadth and DFS depth. So these algorithms are used in real time, where suppose you want to find the shortest distance between the point A and the point B. Suppose you want to find the shortest distance between the one location to another location, okay, and you want to find the shortest path between the all the paths. So then we can use these algorithms. One is breadth first search, depth first search. Implementation of depth first search is done by using which of the following data structures? Which of the following data structures? Actually, this algorithms requires recursive calls. Recursive calls. Okay, so then you can see recursive is implemented by using which one? Stack. Okay, so it is not implemented by using circular queue, it's not implemented by using linear queue, it's not implemented by using the double ended queue. Okay, so the right one, the right data structure for the DFS is Q. And which one is then what is the data structures suited for the breadth first search? So for the BFS it's a Q. Q is required. Okay, Q is used for the implementation. For DFS we use a stack because it requires lot of recursive calls. Yeah. Next question. Tree traversal technique prints the, so just a second, what's the question here? So dash tree traversal techniques prints the elements of a binary search in the ascending order. Means ascending order means small to big, small to big. So first when you read the question, how many type of tree travels we have? Three type of tree travels. One is pre-order, one is post, one is in order. Okay, so which one will print the elements in the ascending order? Which one will print the elements in the ascending order? See here, pre-order will not print. Okay, so in inverse order we don't have this one. Okay, so post order will also not print. So the leftover option is a in order. In order traversal will print the elements in the ascending order. Ascending order. It will print the elements in the ascending order. Yeah. Next question. One of the applications of Q. Okay, so if you see here, so they are asking one of the applications of Q. Q is first in first out. So equation of postfix expression, it's an application of stack. Equation of evaluation of the postfix expression, it's an application of stack. Post order implementation, it's not the application of Q. And recursion, it's an application of stack. So the one thing is memory management. So memory management is an application of Q. So the right option is so memory management. Next question. Sorting techniques gives the best performance with irrespective of data distribution. Okay, so here indirectly they are asking which is the best sorting algorithm irrespective of the data distribution. If you see here, they have given the quick sort, merge sort, insertion sort and bubble sort. So if, let's take average case, let's take worst case time complexity for all these algorithms, worst case. Okay, so worst case time complexity for the bubble sort is big O of n square. Okay, even for the insertion sort also it's a big O of n square. Okay, even for the quick sort also it's a big O of n square. Okay, and the merge sort it is big O of n log n. So then which one is the best one? So as per the complexity you can identify easily. So the best one is a merge sort because it will take the less time to sort the data. It's a n log n. Which one is smaller? N log n is smaller, right? N log n is smaller than big O of n square, right? Big O of n square. So it will take less time. The right answer is merge sort. Next question. Polynomial manipulation is one of the applications of dash data structure. It's a direct question, even it's there in your academics Falcon and Radiant. Okay, so it's not an application of stack, it's not an application of tree, it's not an application of graph, it's an application of linked list. Okay, polynomial manipulation, it's an application of linked list. Direct question. Next question. I think this is the last question. We got 10 questions from the data structures. I think we didn't get any C questions and we didn't get any programs also. So compared to TS, AP is dead easy. Okay, so they have given direct questions from the theory. So all theory questions, no problems. Data structures requires multiple runs of traversals. Okay, multiple runs of traversals. I mean, it means nothing but multiple iterations. Multiple iterations. See here, linear will not require multiple iterations. Even array is also linear, it will not require. Differential, it's not a part of this question, and the non-linear will require multiple iterations. Okay, whenever you want to perform any logics on non-linear data structures, it requires more multiple traversals or multiple iterations. Okay, so these are the questions of data structures. We got CN data structures is a part of CN data structures. We got 10 questions. Okay, all the 10 questions are theory based only. All the 10 questions are theory based. So this analysis we can note from this all the questions. Okay, no objections are there, all the questions are right and all the options are right. Thank you.
Now let's see question on operating system. Dash program loads the operating system and initializes all aspects of system. Very simple. This is bootstrap loader. What is actually happening is here this program bootstrap loader program is present inside the ROM. Okay, it has the address of operating system where that operating system is present inside the hard disk. So whenever you are starting system, this program automatically it will get triggered and it will go to the hard disk and it will retrieve operating system and it will load that operating system inside the main memory, and after that it will give total control of system to the operating system. Okay, so this program is what bootstrap loader. Okay, one small program is there which is present inside the ROM. Okay, fine. So let's go for the next one. Software may trigger an interrupt by executing a special operation called what? System call. System call. We know that software interrupt is getting triggered to execute a system call. Okay, fine. Which is not the state of process. Running is state, waiting is also ready state, and kill is this one. Answer is 3. If you are observing this one, see here, I am changing color because see this one, this is new state or also called as create state, ready state, running state, terminate state, wait, or sometime it is also called as block state. So this one, if you are observing, IO require, IO completed. Okay, this is a non-preemptive multi-programming approach. If you want to make this one as preemptive, so just add this edge. Okay, so are you finding anywhere killed state? No. Why? Because you are finding running state is here. Okay, ready state is here. Fine, waiting state is this one, but you are not finding kill state. Okay, fine. Hope you understood this one. Let's go for the next one. dash time is an interval from the time of submission of a process to time of completion. Turnaround time is the answer for this one. Okay, so turnaround time is what? Completion time minus arrival time, that is called turnaround time. Okay, so that's why the answer is turnaround time. Very simple, we have seen, because the formula for this one is what? Completion time minus arrival time. Okay, fine, let's go for this one. Next, dash CPU scheduling algorithm suffers from starvation. First come first serve, no. Time sharing, no. Why? Because it is using round robin. Round robin itself is a no. Okay, because internal mechanism of round robin itself is a first come first serve. Okay, fine. So priority based scheduling has the problem of starvation. See how it is. Suppose that initially two processes came, okay, P1 and P2, and P1 has more priority as compared with the P2, so P1 is running. Okay, fine. P2 is thinking that after P1 he will get chance to run on CPU, but what happened? By the time P1 was running, as P1 has finished its execution, 50 more process came inside the system who has priority more than P2. So all those 50 process will execute, and now once again P2 is just waiting. How long it is waiting? Yes, indefinite waiting. That's called starvation. So that's why priority based scheduling algorithm has starvation problem. Okay, fine. As I said that whenever starvation is there, some unfair kind of things will come. Okay, fine. Let's go for this one. Operation of semaphores are simple: wait and signal. Okay, wait and signal. Sometime you will find down or up also, meaning is same. Okay, because in a different book he has given different name, but the implementation wise all are same. Okay, fine. In some books even you will find like this also, P or B. It is a short form actually. Okay, but anyhow, answer is we have already taken. The purpose of Banker's algorithm is what? Deadlock recovery, no. Deadlock prevention, no. Deadlock avoidance. Okay, fine. We have a deadlock mechanism, we have deadlock handling mechanisms are there, like one is a deadlock prevention, deadlock avoidance. Deadlock avoidance we are implementing by using Banker's algorithm actually. Okay, fine. So it will avoid deadlock. And we have some other thing like deadlock prevention is over, avoidance is over, deadlock detection. Okay, that is also one kind of things, but here we are dealing with Banker's algorithm. So deadlock avoidance we are implementing by using Banker's algorithm actually. Okay, fine. And what is the deadlock prevention? We know that deadlock prevention is what? By dissatisfying necessary conditions of deadlock, like mutual exclusion, hold and wait, no preemption, circular wait. By dissatisfying any one or more necessary conditions of deadlock, we can prevent deadlock. Okay, fine. But anyhow, answer is what? This one. Let's go for this one. Next, which of the following memory allocation scheme is fastest? See here, sometime you will think best fit, worst fit, why it is not, first fit, why it is only. Okay, memory allocation scheme. Let's see this one, why first fit only answer is. See here, what will happen here? This is the memory. Okay, fine. Size 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, 60K. Okay, fine. Let's see what will happen. If I am using first fit, suppose that my process size is what? How much my process size is? P1 equal to 25K. My process size is 25K. Okay, fine. Let's see what will happen. First fit, we will start searching from the top of the memory and we will see first free sufficient partition. Sufficient word is very important along with the free. It is free but not sufficient. Why? Because this partition size is 10K and he is asking for 25. So free but not sufficient. Free, yes, we are allocating P1 here. Okay, fine. But whenever you are implementing best fit or worst fit, first thing what you are doing is, first fit you are first of all, suppose that I am taking the example of best fit. What is happening? First of all, we will search all the available partition. And among the available partition, we will check that which one is the smallest free sufficient partition. Okay, So now as with the worst fit also same thing, first we are searching all the partitions and we are checking that which one is the largest free sufficient. So that's why, because the searching time is more here, so that's why it is a slow. In the first fit, no, generally just we are searching sequentially one after the other, it is taking generally less time, but it is first searching and it is comparing which one is a smaller, which one is a bigger, so that's why it is taking lots of time. Okay, fine. So answer is what? First fit. Paging suffers from what? Paging suffers from, actually paging suffers from internal fragmentation. Okay, there is no external fragmentation. Reason is what? See here, we have different memory allocation schemes. See, memory management schemes are contiguous, non-contiguous. In contiguous, what is happening? We have fixed partition scheme, we have variable partition scheme. Okay, fine. And in non-contiguous, we are using paging. What is actually happening in fixed partition scheme? We are finding the issue of internal fragmentation and external fragmentation. But in variable partition scheme, we have overcome the internal fragmentation issue, but still we remain with what? External fragmentation issue. In order to overcome this external fragmentation issue, what we are doing is we are using the method of compaction, but compaction is an expensive approach. So that's why we are moving towards what? Paging. In paging, we are overcoming this issue of external fragmentation. So there is no external fragmentation in paging, but we have one more issue is there with the paging, that is called internal fragmentation. So correct answer is what? Internal fragmentation. If someone is asking, is there any fragmentation issue is there in the paging? Yes, you have to say that we have internal fragmentation issue. Where you are finding the internal fragmentation issue? In the last page of a process. In the last page of a process. Like suppose that I am taking here, see here, this one. Suppose that my process size is 9 KB, my page size is 2 KB. This is my process size. Okay, what will happen here? How many pages I require to store this particular process inside the main memory? Sir, I need 5 pages. Okay, fine. These are the 5 pages. Okay, each of size what? 2K, 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 2K. Okay, fine. So this one filled data, we have filled the data, filled data, but in the last page. Why? Because this is 9K, process size is 9K. So 1K data I am filling, and this last is memory is going waste. This is called internal fragmentation. Where we are finding in the paging. Okay, fine, but there is no external fragmentation because of why we are moving towards the paging. The main reason is what? External fragmentation. Why? Because whatever the previous approaches we are using before paging, they were facing a problem of external fragmentation. That's why we are moving towards the paging. Okay, fine. Hope you understood this one.